Hello and welcome back. Nearly 2 hours ago we were asking you to call us if you recognised any of the features of major crimes we've reconstructed. The disappearance of the estate agent Susie Lamplugh, a £250,000 jewellery raid in London's Bond Street. Or did you know anyone among the gallery of faces in our photo call?
The first crime we reconstructed tonight was that dreadful killing of the two young girls in Brighton. We've had a lot of calls on that. The man who's been taking them is Detective Chief Superintendent John McConnell. Firstly, we announced just at the end of the main programme you got an important new sighting of two young men running away from the scene of the crime.
Yes, we've had a member of the public come forward to tell us that between 7 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. last Thursday, he saw two youths in the Wild Park, and this does corroborate the other information given to us by the two other persons.
How good is this information? How important is it?
Well, certainly this man tonight has given us quite a good description of the two youths, and I'm sure when we see him tomorrow that he will probably be able to elaborate on that.
So you still need any young men aged between, say, 15 and 25 who might have been running away from the park on that night, for any innocent reason, to come forward so that they can be eliminated? Yes,
we most certainly do. Anybody that was seen coming from that park, a youth who was running over the road into the Moulsecoombe area, we would like him to come forward.
Now, you've had a lot of calls, not just here, I know, but at the Brighton incident room. What sort of information have they been having?
We've had a lot of response in relation to the blue car, and although at the present time no connection has been established with the blue car and the death of these two girls, these sightings will be followed up. But what we're really after is positive sightings of the two girls in the Wild Park or Moulsecoombe area from 5 p.m. last Thursday evening.
All right. Mr. McConnell, good luck with it. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Well, next, Susie Lamplugh. If you saw our reconstruction, you'll remember that Susie, an estate agent in southwest London, left her office just before lunchtime on Monday, the 28th of July. Her diary showed she'd had an appointment with a man whose name has since become all too familiar. But precisely who Mr. Kipper might be and where Susie went has remained a mystery. Mr. Carter, you have actually had a lot of calls. Anything useful?
Yes, we've had a marvellous response, but we're obviously still checking out things. But I'm still very anxious to trace the man who held the taxi in Findlay Street and also the couple that man saw arguing in Findlay Street.
Well, if anyone has vital information to give you, it's that man who hailed that taxicab in Findlay Road, isn't it?
Yes.
Can we have his description very briefly again?
Yes, aged about 40 with a full beard and moustache.
Right, we need that crucial call, Mr. Carter. Let's hope we get it. Thanks.
Now, that jewel raid in Bond Street. On July the 31st, three men broke into some rooms next door to an exclusive showroom and burst in on a member of the staff.
Have you turned off the alarms? Got the keys to the safe? Victor comes in about 11, doesn't he?
Chief Inspector.
Doesn't he?
There, they waited till the owner came, and at gunpoint they stole Art Deco jewellery worth £500,000. Mr. Hutchinson from the Metropolitan Police robbery squad, you took quite a lot of calls, but I think you've been a bit disappointed by the number.
Yeah, the response has been reasonable. We've identified the gloves as being wicket-keepers' undergloves, and as far as the jewellery is concerned, we've had a number of calls on that. One in particular where a lady from Kensington is positive that she has spotted the butterfly brooch in a shop window in Kensington.
Now, all the items of jewellery that we showed, they're all Art Deco, and of course a great deal more than this was stolen. This is just a small selection.
Just a small sample.
Very, very identifiable, you were saying, to any jeweller.
Yes, most certainly.
Now, you were telling me earlier on that the call you really hoped to get was from a member of the underworld. Now, explain what...
Well, that's correct. I mean, there is a very, very good reward in this particular case. Someone in the criminal fraternity must know who these people are, and I'm appealing to these people to give us a ring, and we will act upon it immediately.
Jim Hutchinson, thank you very much indeed.
Well, now to those faces we asked you to identify, together with the crimes on the incident desk. Here to report what's happened are David Hatcher and Helen Phelps. David, first, the robbery in Leicester of a sub-post office involving a wheelchair, which looked rather distinctive, seemed like a good clue.
Yes, and we've had a lot of calls on that, Sue, but unfortunately they're all suggesting that the letters could stand for maternity, and that's common to most hospitals. What we're asking is specific suggestions as to who that chair might have belonged to, which hospital and where.
It could be maternity ward 3 then, perhaps. It looks like a 3 on that.
Quite possibly.
Right. What about on the photo call? You were looking for a Michael Portas in connection with the theft of £40,000 from gaming clubs on the south coast.
Yes, that's right. We've had a number of possible sightings of Mr Portas. One from a man who says he knows an acquaintance of Mr Portas and will lead us to him. It remains to be seen. But in connection with the original theft of £40,000, viewers may be interested to know that there's a £2,500 reward. Yes. So it may be worth their while to call us.
And again, to remind us, he might not have that beard. Finally, those antique matchboxes, a lovely collection there that was stolen.
Yes, that's right, 300 from 2 elderly ladies in Lancashire. We had a call with the lady who rang Hutton Police Headquarters saying that she'd seen some for sale in a boot sale and wouldn't leave her name. Please call again. If you'd prefer, please call and speak to me. Thank you.
Thank you. David.
We've been having musical chairs over here to get in place. Helen is now here, and you've brought one of these figures, these wonderful pottery figures that have been missing from raids, all taking Royal Dalton porcelain.
That's right. This court jester has prompted 2 people from the Dundee area to phone in saying they've seen a similar figure for sale in their area.
Dundee area? These things were stolen in Staffordshire and Cheshire, weren't they?
25 calls from people all over the country, sightings of these figures literally everywhere.
Now, Che Keng Hong, the murder of the Chinese restaurateur, we've had quite a number of calls, even though that was a reconstruction we did last month, quite a number of calls this month because there was a small new appeal about luncheon vouchers seen at a tube station.
There have been calls in about those luncheon vouchers, and I would like to add that the family of the victim are offering a £5,000 reward for any information leading to the arrest of the victim. £5,000 reward.
Basically, the specific appeal was that luncheon vouchers, which might have been those stolen from Mr Hong, were found at Drayton Park Underground Station in North London. Has anybody seen them? Has anybody picked them up? That was the main thing. Now, the photo call, Rifat Mehmet was being hunted by police. We were told he's dangerous, don't approach him. Has anybody seen him?
They have. Mehmet escaped in London, and it appears he remained there from the sightings we've had. One sighting has included him and his accomplice.
Right. Philip King was the other man.
This photograph prompted a marvellous response, not only of sightings, but of a building up of a picture of his past and present activities. Good news for the officer hunting him.
Indeed, he's wanted in connection with a murder inquiry. Right, Alan, thank you.
Well, if you can help on any of these crimes, please do call us now. The lines here are still open and they will be open until midnight. The number 01811 8055. In a few seconds, we'll give you a list of local numbers you can ring at any time, and please feel free to write to us. The address is Crimewatch UK, BBC TV, London W12 8QT.
As always, we'll be back in a month from now. I know it's hard to sound reassuring after the catalogue of cruelty in Crimewatch every month, but we try to do so because we know that we present a very highly selective view. We show the extreme exception, not what's common, so please don't have nightmares. Do sleep well. Good night.
Good night.